We're gonna be going to the best grocery store in the United States of America.
Not second, not third, number 1.
USA Today made a list of the best grocery stores for 2024. These have been selected by an expert panel and voted by readers. So apparently this isn't bought and paid for, it's actually scientific.
So it's analyzing all these different aspects of grocery store goodness.
Trader Joe's is number 8. People love Trader Joe's, but it's not even in the top 5. Number 2, the Fresh Market. I actually don't know what that is.
Neither, I've never heard of that one.
You may not know of number 1 if you didn't grow up in the Midwest or live in the Midwest now, but the number 1 grocery store in all of the land is Hy-Vee!
Hi, mother effing V!
Hy-Vee's slogan is a full smile in every aisle.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
And me and Lucas were making that a reality.
Yeah, I just wanted everyone who was shopping when we were there to really feel the smiles.
They have more than 280 stores across the Midwest. And they have a bunch of foods, like there's a whole list of reasons why it's ranked number 1, but today, just to fully bust it, break all the bones. We're going to the biggest Hy-Vee ever. Did shop at Hy-Vee a lot growing up, and I always remember it feeling luxurious because they actually bag your groceries.
I even remember going with mom as a kid. They would bag the groceries. She'd bring me to the car, put me in the car seat, and then we'd pull up to the front and they would bring the bags into her trunk. I didn't view it as luxurious as a kid because it was all I knew. But then once I went out into the world and returned to Hy-Vee, I realized, oh, I had it so good.
This is a giant location, which makes sense because it's the most giant Hy-Vee ever.
And if you look in, it just expands infinitely in every direction.
I honestly don't think I'd ever be bored. Like, just looking at food is so intriguing, and like seeing like, what's the difference between this and this? Like,
I know, it's like a vacation.
right away I had to go to the bathroom. Every Hy-Vee, these new ones, they have individual bathroom styles. Am I at a Chanel store? Am I at a Louis Vuitton store?
It does bring it to a whole new level when you have your own entire cube bathroom. You don't have to listen to anyone else blowing out, grunting, doing whatever they're doing. Everyone gets their own space to be themselves and be free.
We were hungry because we are men. Thank goodness this Hy-Vee was ready to feed us.
There's a sushi bar, sandwich, Chinese food, pizza.
More and more Hy-Vees are getting a collab with Wow Burgers. Mark Wahlberg and his brothers have a burger brand. Also, Hy-Vee's like really using Mark Wahlberg because later we were in the health and wellness section and there was a video of him working out.
Again, he was like shirtless.
There was a lot of inertia happening. I didn't know what to pick, but I ended up choosing the sushi section.
I hit up the sandwich station. They had to create your own moment.
But you need to be more specific. It was the Long Island delicatessen.
Oh, I forgot that it was a Long Island medium type place. I got chicken breast. You know, you just figure, oh, if this is a sandwich place, it's gonna be a Subway gross little processed chicken strips. She actually had a chicken breast, which they cooked there, and she was slicing it with a knife. She was just putting so much effort into making it, and I could just tell it was being made with so much care.
Then we paid, sat down to eat, and this is another crazy thing about this grocery store. They have a bar inside the grocery store, so you could have a few drinks and then grocery shop. I am not completely sure what the rules are. Like, can you bring the drinks throughout the grocery store?
So the sandwich lived up to my expectations. She made me a masterpiece, the employee. He actually came up to us and said, how's the sandwich? And I said, it is great. And she said, yeah, if you ever want a bomb sandwich, you know who to come to. The mayo hit.
The bread's so bouncy.
I've never been to a Hy-Vee that had poke bowls. This was a salmon poke bowl. It was large. It had cabbage, carrots, seaweed salad, avocado, and it actually was so good. What I've noticed with grocery store poke bowls and sushi, the rice is always kind of tough. When you get fresh rice, it's way better, but I mean, you can't really hate that much because it's a grocery store. It's been sitting out probably for at least 6 hours. 7 out of 10. Like, I've had way better poke bowls. We just were really trying to have a man lunch, I guess, because we also got a spicy tuna crab roll, each piece having a jalapeno on top.
Yeah.
I did like it, but like I kind of said with the poke bowl, it's not as good as sushi from a restaurant.
Oh yeah, I think what throws it off is that it's so cold, which it has to be since it's a pre-packaged thing, but you get it from an actual sushi restaurant, the rice is more warm, right?
Yeah.
Better than most grocery store sushi I've had. I think it might have, I'm not kidding, been on par with Air One sushi.
We were bloated, kind of just feeling all lazy and stuff, so now it was the perfect time to go grocery shopping and just look around the entire huge Hy-Vee.
We actually did it right. Like they always say, never go grocery shopping hungry. We filled up, so we weren't even hungry at all. Food actually kind of grossed us out by this point.
They have a huge wine and spirits out of the grocery store.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know you're at an upscale grocery store when they make the produce section art. Just look at this place. It's all so aesthetically set up. It's so satisfying to look at.
This is so beautiful. And the employees that do this every day, they're the modern version of like Van Gogh.
Yeah, I agree.
These photos would have done numbers on Instagram back in 2014, by the way.
I know, up the saturation. Literally, you'd be all over the Explore page getting so many followers. Kind of thankful, selflessly, that we didn't post these around that time, because it would have made a lot of people's careers never happen.
Oh!
I love bread. The bounciest breads in the world. They're little trampolines.
Mo bounce, bounce, bounce. Then they have an entire bakery with like all these cakes, cookies, all that stuff.
It's called the Cake This Bakery.
That's a new thing. It didn't used to be called that. I'm not really a fan of that theme.
I don't like the colors. Like, you know, like the bread, that whole aesthetic is so cute, but then it goes to more of this cheesy vibe for the cake area, which I feel like it should be more elegant.
Then they have this giant seafood and butcher section.
Remember one time, probably 2 summers ago, I went to Hy-Vee and got hot Cheeto crusted chicken breast.
Oh, I remember that.
And I brought it to the family house. We put it on the grill, and it was good. They even do funky stuff like that sometimes.
There's an entire section called the health market. You could say it's problematic because before walking into this section, there's a scale, and you have to be around this certain BMI. They do your height too.
Yeah.
Me and Lucas were allowed in though.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't, very happy that I was let in to the health section.
I'm just joking.
The Gwyneth Paltrow section. Because it's not just all about muscle and being skinny. They also have like essential oils. It's about like your chakras. There's a whole cookware section in this Hy-Vee. Most Hy-Vees don't have this section, but since this is the biggest one, of course they have it. They have just some funny little plates you could add to your kitchen. For example, if you're having a little cookout night, this is a cute little plate. There's a Burgerlicious section, then Hot Diggity, where you can put the hot dogs, and that would just be a little fun thing to put onto the table on 4th of July before the fireworks start.
I actually said this was dumb. This is what it would feel like if you were a product. If somehow you got shrunk and you got stuck inside of a Pop-Tart container, this is what you would see. Think deeply about how you'd feel. You'd probably feel you'd feel like an object.
Yeah, it'd be completely dehumanizing. So gross how they're looking at the objects and not thinking it's anything. Like imagine someone going through you, ripping your ear, saying, what is this? And poking at everything and thinking, do I want it? Opening your mouth, and then like they throw you back, or either they shove you into the cart, and like,
It's gross.
they're seeing right through you.
Boing, boing, boing. We were at this Hy-Vee for 2 hours, and for the entirety of it, I never was like, I want to go, because I actually was enjoying looking at everything. Lucas likes this type of peanut butter, and I wanted to make fun of him. Why do you need stress-free peanut butter? What's even stressful about a jar of peanut butter?
It actually does stress me out, a jar of peanut butter. Me, I like having exact measurements in my food, so I want to be able to squeeze it and see on the food scale what it is, but trying to measure out 2 tablespoons with a jar is so disgusting. It gets everywhere. So I actually agree with it. Stress-free and mess-free.
I have been changed for good.
I know, it's so much easier.
Hy-Vee does do the thing that all these grocery stores do. They make their own brand of all the other name brands. They have these shark fruit snacks, which are probably supposed to be a copycat of like some other fruit snack.
Yeah, and it's probably priced a little bit cheaper than the main brand, so they can get a bunch of sales.
That's something. That's interesting.
Welcome to Candy World! All right, this is an Instagram hotspot in Gretna. Can you see a lot of people did their senior pictures by this?
Unfortunately, we don't have a kodo because why would we carry cash? All we need is a Dottie's credit card.
I know.
They were blaring I Want Candy by Aaron Carter in this section. Just joking, but they should take advantage of that and I Want Candy by Aaron Carter continuously in this section. Aisle 12 said that they have new age drinks.
Ooh, hippie spiritual drinks.
There was no label in the aisle for new age drinks, so we just were left to guess.
Yeah, we saw there were some ice, sparkling water, some Propel things, and also this peace sign can, so more hippy dippy drinks, you know, like that.
There was a bunch of containers, office stuff, but I saw a thing of gasoline. Of course, if you're the #1 grocery store in America, you have to have a few sex books.
Yeah, you know that book starts and it's just describing in depth for 5 pages him undressing and showering.
They have a whole baby section, so I pretended to be a baby. LOL, right?
Toy section! Yes!
In all honesty, it kind of annoyed me how they had all these other sections. I was going into here being like, oh my gosh, the biggest grocery store, all it is food. But then when I see all this other stuff, it just lets me down.
Yeah, it's like now it's becoming a Walmart.
Oh, we made it to the frozen / like refrigerated section. We love this section, right?
This is where the ice cream is, the pizza, the Hot Pockets, the
The
pizza
milk.
rolls, the milk, the eggs, the creamer.
There's just something about opening those doors, getting a burst of cool air.
Your therapist hasn't made you hate your whole family yet.
It's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah.
It just gets to a point where it's like, what even is food?
Well, there's so many options.
Oh my gosh, plushies! Plush, plush, plush. I love Sour so hot. Oh my gosh.
Plushie, plushie, plushie. Please buy it for me, Mom. Please, please, please.
Yeah, I love. And then everything left me behind. This is disgusting. If you have it, I'm not judging you, but this 3 crockpot thing is disgusting.
Why do you ever need to crock pot 3 things at once?
I guess it's for dipping or whatever, but still,
No, but
I
think you should commit to 1 dip.
Pharmacy.
Get my mental health meds.
They have this entire Sephora section.
There's a whole makeup store. Right by the pharmacy, they also have a blood pressure monitor, so I had to see what my levels were. I'm on the very cusp of pre-hypertension, but I'm assuming it was wrong.
I did mine too, and I'm not even gonna say it because I just don't want to read these comments of people diagnosing me.
I know.
Lucas didn't even have pre-tension, let's just say. And
It wasn't.
and I don't even believe in this type of stuff anymore either.
I know. I'm anti-blood pressure.
Sports shop, and they have a bunch of Husker gear. They always have Husker gear at Hy-Vee. Go Huskers! This is the Hy-Vee mealtime section. Hy-Vee is ranked #2 or #1 in best grocery store with prepared meals. So that's kind of cool too.
I was surprised that it's #1 though, because they did have a lot of options, but I was expecting even more for to be #1 or #2.
Yeah, when I did look through this section, I was a little bit disappointed because I was expecting there to be way more options. They also have self-checkouts, which I used. Even though looking back, I should have gone to the actual cash register because then they would have bagged my groceries.
Oh yeah, I didn't even take advantage of the good service.
Just because I want to go over everything. They also do have a floral shop. Maybe this sounds stupid, but having a floral shop in a grocery store feels very homey to me.
Yeah, it's just so comforting.
We left this Hy-Vee and it was windy. Of course, we bought a bunch of products from the world's largest Hy-Vee, which is the best grocery store.
I know, when you got daddy's money, obviously you're gonna spend it.
When we were looking through the health and wellness section, we saw that they had Ghost Protein Oreo. If you've been on the internet, watched like a micro dose of fitness influencers, you've seen people talk about this, and yes, it's always an ad. I've always thought, does it actually taste like Oreo? Because if it does, I want it.
I have such high hopes because I've been dreaming about trying this for years. It better actually taste like Oreo.
This part I'm gonna film Lucas because I just want you to do it all because you're like the original protein boy for like rating the protein boys.
Yeah, I'm a fitness influencer kind of, so this probably is more my side of things. Wait, this is kind of nice. You know how usually when you get a protein thing, this is all shoved in the protein, you have to dig it out? They made sure it was on top.
Oh. Oh.
Or was that just is that a coincidence? Also, there's like a packet of something in here. Oh, it's a reward or something is in there.
It does look like Oreo. The powder does, like cookies and cream.
As I'm digging through here, I feel a little like crumbles. Like, is there actually Oreo chunks in here?
Doing protein reviews? Okay.
Oh my God.
Cheers, bro. We just did a workout.
There's actually chunks of Oreo.
It doesn't really taste like Oreo though. It more just tastes like chocolate
Yeah, but
and a lot of vanilla.
This tastes very creamy though. It's a lot more milkshakey than most protein.
Coolest thing is the Oreo chunks though.
They got their bands up.
You don't think it tastes like Oreo either though, right?
No, sadly it doesn't taste like Oreo. It's more of like, yeah, it's chocolate cereal or something. I'm annoyed though because mine has all these chunks on the bottom.
I know what I'm gonna do is just is put water in it now. 'Cause I need to try it. I need to get every piece.
See all that?
They didn't accomplish it tasting like Oreo, but I'm still saying it's 10 out of 10 because it actually like is so good still.
Funny how they actually partnered with Oreos, but it doesn't taste like Oreos.
That's so true. It's so cool. I know we're cool. Hey. It's so cool that we live in a world where I could be at the grocery store, see some sweet foam and be like, I want to try it. It's an hour later and we're gonna try some sweet foam.
I'm excited.
Our mommy always puts whipped cream on her coffee, but I like how this one's made for coffee. This is the Ready Whip Barista series.
Yeah, also like, is it just whipped cream? Like what is actually gonna be different? I guess we'll find out.
Two gay dumbasses falling for branding,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
because this is
literally.
just whipped cream. But I'm still excited to try it.
I remember Jacob always used to say, did you know that Jennifer Aniston has an espresso shot every afternoon? Now we're doing that.
Load it up. Load it up.
Oh, it's good.
We aren't dumb people for falling for this. It's actually different. It has this vanilla flavor. It tastes kind of like honey, graham crackers. All I'm gonna say is that this should be rated R because it's that good.
Oh my gosh, it should be banned. It's dangerous.
Cheers.
All I taste is whipped cream and the tiniest bit of espresso. This is so good.
I was on the same wavelength. That's how you know it's good. I can't even taste the coffee. All I taste is that whip stuff.
This is so good.
I feel like if I had this every day, mid-afternoon, I would cancel all my dentist appointments, all my eye doctor appointments, all my physician visits, because it's like, I don't need any of that health, modern medicine, because I have this.
I know, they've been drinking this for centuries.
This next product is kind of giving like trying random candy. It's not really reminding me of a grocery store, but I just really wanted to try it because I've actually seen it at Hy-Vee before. Warhead Sour Lemon Soda, because you enticed me to get to buying this because you said, that's disgusting, ew. And then I just wanted to buy it.
Oh, you're thinking of drinking this, ugh. Oh, like it's so sour, but I like it.
Oh, so they didn't fully like make it
But it still makes you go like,
uncomfortable.
yeah, you don't feel so grossed out, but like.
That's a good cute amount.
Because it still gets you going, like immediately feel all these spikes on your tongue, but.
Kind of a version of taking like a cold bath. Like I feel like it kind of gets your heart rate up. It makes you more awake. It kind of tastes like bad breath though. Apple orchard day with my family. We love doing this in the fall. It's always a bitch making my husband come with, but he always ends up liking it. He lifts the kids up to grab some apples. These are rapples. Wait, I didn't notice that until right now. I'm not joking.
that it rhymes with apple? Rapples.
They're getting an A+ for that. That's funny.
It looks like such an easy way to do a caramel apple. I think our families made them before, like a long time ago. Remember, we all kind of hated on them.
Preheat oven, we're not doing an oven.
There's a microwave option, don't worry, I saw.
From my years on this earth, I've noticed that caramel apples are only good if they're really fresh, and this caramel isn't fresh, so.
Yeah, it has to be dipped at a pumpkin patch. Ah, so cute, so fun.
That's the caramel. It looks like it's not supposed to be edible.
I know, it looks too perfect. We got too big of apples.
But these aren't even that big of apples.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah, so it takes a little bit of work.
You'd think this would be so easy, it's a rapple.
This product makes sense because when I've tried making caramel apples at home with like melting caramel and stuff, it is just pain in the ass.
Wait, you've actually tried to do that before?
Yeah, with one of our sisters. It's boiling and stuff, and it just feels scary.
Yeah. What's it feel like? Is it just like, does it feel so like artificial?
It feels like wax paper. Cook this for like 30 seconds, and it should be a warm caramel apple, freshly baked. Ah! Oh, it's melted.
Oh, so it's good. Lick it off the plate. I'm starting getting so stuck in my teeth.
I can't wait to get a cavity. I love
No.
cavities.
Remember, it's always such a thing. Don't eat these when you have braces. Don't have caramel when you have braces. I'll rip your braces out.
Would that actually
I
happen?
remember it actually did happen to me because I had milk duds, but like I just ripped it out and like it wasn't a big deal. Because you know how you go once a month and they tighten them, so they just tightened them the next time. So it definitely is a little bit different from a pumpkin patch one, but it's still good.
I thought it was gonna flop way harder.
Why did these make you slobber so much? I'm seeing saliva drip down this.
Because you have to open wide or something?
Maybe.
It's all stuck in my teeth. Like, now I'm just kind of annoyed.
Honestly, how does this make its way through your digestive system? This would be stuck in your intestine forever, right?
Probably.
And they keep getting stuff attached to it, and then it'll keep building up, and then eventually be constipated, and they'll have to do this whole surgery, or they rip open your
Eventually, they have to like, cut a thing down your back and open you up.
Ew.
If you don't want to put effort into anything, like this actually is a really good option.
Oh yeah. Straight from the toy section, flashy rings.
I want to be flashy.
Look at the girl on the cover, she is living. It does say these are kid size though, so our fat fingers might not fit.
It better fit me because it says age 4+, so it should fit anyone over 4.
Let's hope. Oh yeah, they aren't even getting past anything. Are you kidding me?
No, if you shove though.
I don't know if I want to have to go to the hospital though.
These are made of plastic. You're here to break that shit.
Oh, that's true, you can stretch it up, so it would fit even obese kids. Oh. I feel bad for people with fat fingers because sure they go to their friend's house and say, flashy rings, and then they get all mad saying, you're stretching them out!
They never get invited to the house because the kid is so mad. You broke my rings that my mom got me for Christmas.
Stretch everything out! Yeah, this one is only going that far, but that's kind of a vibe putting it like that.
I want to be like Madonna.
I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to break these, but sorry.
So if these are truly flashy rings, they would dazzle when there's a spotlight on them. They aren't dazzling. When I picture diamonds and stuff, I picture them to do so much dazzling, so much sparkling, and these aren't doing that.
What? They're not even flashy rings?
We just took some photos and we, not to be cocky, but we do look pretty flashy.
Oh yeah, but it's not even because of the rings.
Yeah, that's actually an excellent point. I think Wood is really good at modeling.
Yeah.
We could make anything look cool.
That's why people hire models. Photogenic people to make their products look good. Walnuts that are in a shell.
There was a whole nut section. Almonds, pecan, walnuts, and they were in the shell. And both of our jaws dropped. Wait, they come in shells and then they break them for us?
Obviously had those one peanuts where they are in a shell, so I should have figured all nuts were shelled. But it just further proves the point that these young generations like Gen Alpha, which we're in, we're disconnected from where the food actually comes from because we're so used to this produced food society. Blame us all you want, call us silly, but maybe you should think about what caused us to be this way. We're a product of the society we live in. These are actually jumbo walnuts.
Oh.
Maybe they'll taste better, like since they're
Fully from the sauce.
I feel like a little squirrel. Oh, look at that.
Walnuts actually look like alien material.
Looks like a human brain too. You having trouble?
Yours are so easy to
I just ripped it apart.
Obviously we both had walnuts before, but maybe this is different. I love the nutty taste, actually.
Yeah, it said that it tastes earthy.
Which it kind of does, like, it kind of like dirt.
Very unprocessed. It is sad though because there's part of mine that's stuck in here. Ow.
Nuts aren't made in a factory, they're made from, like, the ground.
Yeah, it's actually, we're learning more about where our food comes from.
Which is really cool.
And maybe one day we'll be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and it will say, are walnuts shelled, true or false? And we'd be able to answer. You know what is the best feeling?
Yes.
Leveling up with your bestie.
Matcha baba? What's this? Huh?
Hy-Vee's exposing us to different cultures. Obviously, we've had boba so many times.
I don't have boba on the regular, but I do like it. So when I saw this, I was like, kind of want to give it a whirl.
I know, can it actually taste as good at home?
Because when you go to these boba places and you get, okay, first of all, the boba's the best part, that stuff at the bottom, the tapioca or whatever. Oh, and then the boba places, they had so much milk and sugar in it. You always have a mild stomachache.
And the machine they use, that shakes it so hard.
Punching your straw into the cup and just, me if I eat too many beans. It still comes with the big straws though. So we do some hot water, then we add in, this is the flavor packet that has the milk tea powder. Oh, dust is going in the air. Fun. I love the color of matcha. Then we add in the boba poles. It's getting all clumpy and stuff, but we haven't tried it yet. We should still leave it out.
Oh no, that was all one cube. It smells like a boba place.
And then you cook this for 45 seconds, probably to get like the boba warmed up and more soft or whatever. Plump.
If they're gonna include the straws, they should have a little thing you stick onto the top of the cup.
What's the point though?
It is kind of
but
fun.
The straw makes sense because it's for the boba.
But even have it pointy though. It's supposed to be puncturing something.
That's true.
Go ahead.
It tastes so much like maple syrup.
No, that actually is how they are when you get them. The boba's a little bit more bouncy, but...
That's what I was gonna say. The reason why it's not fully hitting is because the boba isn't as bouncy, and I always love biting into the boba and it's a little bit tough. This is
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, this is a boba where you bite in it and it's like, what?
Yeah, it tastes a little bit soggy.
With this one, you don't even need to do anything.
I know, but it's actually still like, it still gets the job done for a little at-home moment. People in rural communities who don't have boba places, the boba tastes like cereal that's been sitting around for a while in a good way. Like milk-soaked cereal, soggy.
Exactly. I'm never gonna be buying this again, but I'm really glad I got to have this with my bestie.
Oh my God, thanks.
Picture a big gong. We're gonna hit it right now. It's dinner time. We just had to try the pre-made meals.
As Jacob mentioned earlier, I'm a protein person, so I was automatically looking for chicken. And one of the only chicken things they had was a chicken enchilada.
It looked sauced up, so that was for sure a good option. But then we were looking at the back of it and we were like, we need more calories because like we said before, we're mud.
Yeah, we have man bodies. So we then found this healthy salmon dinner is what it was called. But if you turn it around, I think it had 250 calories. Who is eating that for dinner? If you are, you need to be punched in the face.
I know.
Because you need to wake up.
We started preparing the enchilada and then we saw there was only oven instructions, no microwave instructions. It would have taken like an hour to make it and it's just one tiny enchilada. So we cut it open. The chicken is fully cooked. So we were like, biatch, we're putting it in the microwave.
We're making our own microwave instructions. We made enough things in the microwave that it's pretty easy to improv with the device. We put it in for 5 minutes.
And it came out wah-dee-da, and we did use a thermometer because it did say 165 temperature, and it was above 165. So this is just proof. Don't always listen to instructions. Do what your heart wants to do. Follow your heart. The heart wants what it wants. By Selena Gomez. Then we had a few other things to nuke. The 2 salmon meals, those were like only 2 minutes, so that was very quick and nice.
Wickety split and it's done.
Both of us got cozy on the couch. We turned on the Ain't No Another Man music video by Christina Aguilera and just had the cue start. The enchilada felt like it was from a restaurant. It had olives on it.
Yeah, I love the tortilla, the sauce, the chicken. I was expecting it to be so dry because it was microwaved for 5 minutes straight and it was already cooked, but somehow it wasn't.
Juicy, wet, moist.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was like, okay, this is the whole enchilada.
That's a thing people say too.
Yeah, so I had my pillow on my lap and I was rocking and eating it and loving it.
With this enchilada, we cooked it on a microwave-safe plate. When your body's used to microplastics, you need to get more of it. So thankfully, the salmon dish, we got to cook in plastic. So hopefully some of that would soak into the food.
We need our microplastic fix.
Just by looking at this meal, I already knew what it was gonna taste like. I've already had it before, and I already had hatred for it.
Yeah, it was very, very bland. This is a healthy option, and you could tell. Raw broccoli, no oil, no butter, not even salt or pepper. The salmon, spongy as hell, just ugh.
Did you notice the rice was so hard?
It just reminded me of all of these times in my life where I've attempted to meal prep these healthy meals. You make 6 of them, so you have to eat them, and by day 3, it is a struggle. Like, eating this food is actually so hard to me. Like, I need something more processed.
Wait, but I did forget to mention the lemon though. Like that's I want to give them a plus for that. That's pretty elegant.
It's not meant for anyone who actually enjoys food.
It had no flavor, that salmon meal. But when you mix it with half of a chicken quesadilla, then you got something going. Like if I just had that salmon meal, I am depressed. I'm gonna have to watch a documentary on how to get a good mindset. But when you mix in the enchilada with it, it's like, okay, dinner's solved, yay!
Yeah.
Oh,
you know.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's a bunch of knockoff brands at Hy-Vee, and one of them is Toaster Pastries, which is their version of a Pop-Tart. I wanted to try it to do a little, does it taste the same as Pop-Tart moment?
Right when it was unwrapped, I noticed that the frosting wasn't fully coating the pastry. Is that what they're calling it?
Let's stop calling it a pastry because that's a lie. When I think of a pastry, I think of something that's fresh.
Yeah. I could just kind of tell they weren't fully doing it.
These were cherry flavored, and yes, they kind of tasted like a Pop-Tart. But I just kept remembering, like, oh, I don't even really like Pop-Tarts, so what was I expecting? Like, this isn't the best dessert option for someone like me.
Yeah, I've never enjoyed Pop-Tarts. I love the aesthetic of them, the way they look, but I don't enjoy the actual eating of them.
But the conclusion of the Pop-Tart thing is they honestly taste basically like Pop-Tarts, so it probably is a cheaper option to do that. I do love and adore Hy-Vee. Thinking about all these moments throughout today, it actually is beautiful. The lunch was beautiful. Yes, it's more expensive than a Walmart, but you do get a better experience.
I was thinking of other grocery stores when you were mentioning all this, because I was thinking, okay, let's think about the competition. Why isn't there like a bar of food? You know at Whole Foods they have the soup bar and all that stuff, like they don't have, where's the soup? That's the only thing I'm worried about. There isn't a smoothie bar. There isn't a Hailey Bieber smoothie.
You got easier. Yeah,
we both understand why it's the #1 rated grocery store in America.